How you guys doing? My name is Frank James Bailey. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I have a dilemma. Let me explain. You see, I started a Kickstarter for my book called The Taming of April. It's a romance novel, not a comic. If it was a movie, it'd be a rated R romantic comedy. Kind of like Wedding Crashers or The 40-Year-Old Virgin. Anyway, my dilemma is this. My Kickstarter is going to launch on September 5th. And currently, right now, I have less than 50 followers. Now, in case you've never run a Kickstarter or don't know anything about Kickstarter, the idea is to get as many followers as you can before the Kickstarter starts. The ideal number is around 100, and right now I have less than 50. You know, before I continue, let me back up just a tiny bit. Back in 2020, I had my first Kickstarter, which failed. It was a Kickstarter for, at the time, my newest book in the Turkana comic book series. I was hoping to raise at least $1,000, but I only raised about $150. At the time, I didn't get any followers whatsoever, I just launched it. At the time, I didn't have any stretch goals. And at the time, in April of 2020, was the heart of the pandemic. So that Kickstarter may have failed for many reasons. So I'm doing things a little bit differently this time. This time, my Kickstarter is not for my Turkana series. It's for something totally different. This time, I've spent the past 2.5 months getting followers. This time, I'll have stretch goals. But yet, I still have less than 50 followers, and I want to kick this thing off on September 5th. Now, here's the big question. Do I postpone the Kickstarter if I don't have 100 followers, or do I stick with the date, September 5th, that I've been plugging for the past 2.5 months? My gut tells me to go ahead and launch it on September 5th, no matter how many followers I have. You see, even though the majority of the people have told me you need at least 100 followers to get started, a few people have told me the followers kind of doesn't matter. It's once you launch the Kickstarter and get funded, that's what counts the most. So instead of a 30-day campaign, maybe you can have a 60-day campaign. But on the other hand, a lot of people have told me the shorter the time, the better it is. So you see where my dilemma is? I'm up and down on whether to postpone the Kickstarter because I don't have enough followers, or kick it off on September 5th anyway, and hope for the best. My gut tells me that's what I'm going to do. But I'm just curious. What do you think? Do you think I should wait and get 100 followers, or go ahead and launch this thing when I said I was going to launch it on September 5th? Leave your comments below the video and let me know. By the way, speaking of below the video, you can also find the Kickstarter there as well. I would appreciate it if you follow my Kickstarter, because like I said, I'm going to launch it on September 5th. At least that's the plan anyway. Thanks all for watching. Bye-bye.